Namo Buddhaya, Namo Amitabha. Hello everyone. So today I feel like sharing the rebirth case of my own grandpa who passed away last month on the 2nd of July around 3:50 a.m. in China at the age of 92, and he actually attained rebirth to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land successfully. So let me share the story in detail. So my grandpa was not a Buddhist during his life. He did not have any practice. Not only that, he actually committed many evil deeds during his life. When he was younger, he liked to slaughter many animals for food, and he even slandered the 3 jewels. He was really unhappy when he knew that I was studying Buddhism. So he committed many evil karma, including slander the 3 jewels, which could lead him to the Avicii hell, the worst possible hell realm. Why for anyone who slandered the 3 jewels, the karmic retribution is in the Avicii hell, the worst possible hell? Because if you slander the 3 jewels, and if people believe in you, then you cut off their root to be a Buddha. You cut off their chance to be a Buddha. So one should never slander the 3 jewels. So a few days before his passing, his caretaker took a photo of his feet to me and told me he may not have much time. So his feet was extremely swollen and was extremely dark. And to me, that was not an auspicious sign. And like I said, because of what he had done in his life, if he did not Nianfo, generate faith and vow to attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land, he would definitely fall into the hell realm, the Avicii hell, the worst possible hell. So I immediately called my grandpa and sent him WeChat messages. And my grandpa really wanted me to go back to see him. And of course I'll go back, but I also said to my grandpa, do you wish me to go back? If so, you must Nianfo. You must take belief in Amitabha Buddha and vow to go to the Pure Land. If you're willing to do this, I'll definitely go back to see you. So sometimes I feel like I have to threaten my grandpa a little bit because he was so stubborn. If I didn't say this, he might not take belief in Amitabha Buddha, he might not vow to go to the Pure Land, and he might not Nianfo. And thankfully this worked. And I also explained to my grandpa to go to the Pure Land is not to die. Sometimes people think, oh, you want me to go to the Pure Land, you want me to die sooner. This is actually not true. I explained to him the Pure Land truly exists. There is really this wonderful bright world called the Western Pure Land of Ultimate Bliss. This is real. Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land is real. Many people, they Nianfo, they have seen the Pure Land. And I tell him now the most important thing for you is to recite the name of Amitabha Buddha, to take belief in Amitabha Buddha, and to vow to go to his Pure Land. And I said at the end of his life, even for 10 recitations, he can see Amitabha Buddha come to receive him. And I also told him, if you see other people, other relatives that come to receive you, do not follow them. Only when you see Amitabha Buddha, you go with Amitabha Buddha. Like from the Siddhagarbha Sutra, the Earth Sutra, we know that sometimes people at the time of their passing, they may see past relatives that come to receive them. These were actually evil beings or ghost beings that transform into relatives and try to tempt you into the evil path. So I told my grandpa, if you see other beings, do not follow them. Only when you see Amitabha Buddha, that's when you can follow the Buddha. So I kept emphasizing that the Pure Land is real. Many people have seen the Pure Land, including my grandma. Grandma also went to the Pure Land. So I told him, you must take belief in Amitabha Buddha, and you must begin to Nianfo and to vow to go to the Pure Land. It is a world with no suffering and all bliss. So I said this to him maybe like a few years ago, or every year when I went back, I would tell him about Amitabha Buddha and the Pure Land. Of course, he did not really believe in it so much, but because my grandma also went to the Pure Land like 2 years ago, so when he saw that, he also wanted to die like my grandma, because my grandma really exited without any pain and suffering. And I tell him, if you want to die peacefully like my grandma, you need to Nianfo, you need to recite the name of Amitabha Buddha. So maybe he didn't generate much faith back then, but at the time of his death, because he knew that he really did not have much time, he was extremely weak. After I told him, I called him to must recite Amitabha Buddha now, you must Nianfo, you must believe in Amitabha Buddha, then he took belief instantly this time. So finally, I was able to convince him. At the time of his death, he took belief in Amitabha Buddha, and he vowed to attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. He said Amitabha Buddha will come to receive him. He said he believed in Amitabha Buddha. He also recited Amitabha Buddha for a few times, Amitofo, Amitofo. When he sent a WeChat message to me, he recited this name for a few times. And the next day at 3:50 a.m., he passed really quickly and peacefully. So when the caretaker told me that my grandpa passed, I immediately arranged the supported chanting group to go to my house in China and to Nianfo for my grandpa. So they did this for 12 hours. Amitabha, 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 Amitabha. We even wanted to do it for longer, like 24 hours, but my uncle did not allow. Like 12 hours was the maximum time we could do, and thankfully it was enough. So when a person passed, best to do supported chanting for him for a minimum of 8 to 12 hours, or even longer, 24 hours if possible. Sometimes circumstances do not allow it, but for my grandpa's case, we did it for 12 hours, and after 12 hours, the group leader touched his body. His body was completely soft. This is an auspicious sign for people who have attained rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. Not only his body was completely soft, all the joints were soft, like all the joints, his fingers everywhere were completely soft. So this is also in accordance with Amitabha Buddha's vow. Amitabha Buddha made 48 great vows, and one of the vows are like, if you have seen my light, if you have seen me, you have come to my land, then your body will be extremely soft, even softer than those who have attained rebirth in the heaven. For those who ascended to the heaven realm at the time of death, if they have done many good deeds, they are very good people in their life, their bodies will also be soft, but not as soft as those who attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. If you attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land at the time of death, your body will be 1,000 times softer than those who attain rebirth in the heaven realm. Also, his face looked very peaceful, looked very calm, and his radiance looked very good. This is at the time of death. Even after 12 hours, he looked even better. And not only that, there was a huge contrast of his feet before and after. I remember I told you the caretaker took a photo of his feet and sent it to me 2 or 3 days before he passed. And after 12 hours supported chanting, his feet turned completely normal. This is a before and after image of my grandpa's feet. And we could actually put my grandpa into the lotus position. We could actually let him sit up and sit in lotus position because he was completely soft. But because my uncle was there, he did not really understand too much, so he didn't want us to touch his body too much. We could also close his mouth, but because my uncle did not want us to touch his body too much, so we just left it as it is. And they put into the freezer for 2 days to wait for me to come back. So I wasn't in China at that time, but I arranged all my Buddhist friends to go and do the supported chanting for my grandpa. And they did an extremely exceptional job, an amazing job. I think they are even better than me when it comes to supported chanting. So the leader really guided my grandpa's consciousness to tell him to let go of everything, to absolutely let go of everything, to fully entrust himself on Amitabha Buddha, to really rely on Amitabha Buddha, to trust Amitabha Buddha, to recite his name, and to follow Amitabha Buddha to his Pure Land. So I'm really grateful for this supported chanting group, and particularly for the leader who did such an amazing job. She also helped my grandma to attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land.
那个出家师傅，你的世世代代的最有福报的那个出家师傅也跟你念佛，师兄们大家都跟你一起念佛，送你返回家，一程回西方极乐世界才是我们的家。你万年放下哈，有法有路真如如存身有缘了哈，有一个南无阿弥陀佛，无量寿无量光。无量劫无量光，无外光，无对光，圆满光，清净光，欢喜光，智慧光，不断光，南西光，无穷光，超一业光，覆盖整个宇宙，显现中圆圆的阿弥陀佛，中圆圆的西方极乐世界。现在是你生命最辉煌的转换为西方极乐世界同佛一样的无量寿无量光，万缘放下菩萨，感恩你，非常感恩你，阿弥陀佛，非常感恩你所生表法表的真如，愿我惭愧弟子胜罪所有的念佛念法念僧，功德回向给你，必定往生西方极乐世界，再以佛身导驾其行，回入娑婆，共同为弥陀尽行受。共同为弥陀所生命，共同为众生打地狱，共同引领尽时空，愿法界、名扬两界一切有母众生，共同往生西方极乐世界。随着阿弥陀佛蒙佛接引，接受佛的慈悲法化接引，共同往生西方极乐世界。阿弥陀。
I'm so sure that both my grandparents attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. It's because at the time of their death, they all generate faith and vow towards Amitabha Buddha, towards attaining rebirth in his Pure Land, and also they recited the name of Amitabha Buddha at the time of their death, or even before their death. So that's why they have attained rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land, and also because the auspicious signs after verify that. And they put my grandpa into the freezer for 2 days to wait for me to go back before they do the cremation. So when I saw my grandpa in the freezer, this was actually 3 days after his rebirth. And his face will still look good, like the color of his face and even his lips were still red. My uncle was there with me, and my uncle said, oh, they must have done some makeup on him. And the people from the cemetery were like, no, we didn't. So they didn't do any makeup on my grandpa, but my grandpa's face, his lips, his radiance, they will still look good. My uncle had never seen anything like that. He had seen dead people before, dead bodies which looked extremely horrible, rigid and extremely horrible. So he was very surprised to see my grandpa still look so fine. 3 days after being in a freezer. So that also made him and my auntie generated faith in Amitabha Buddha. And also for people who attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land, there is no the so-called stage of rigor mortis. Rigor mortis means the stage where the bodies become really stiff after one's death. This is according to the science, but according to the Buddha's teachings, it's because the person is full of fear at the time of death. That's why the body will become very stiff and rigid. And most people, if they don't know where they're going at the time of death, or if they don't know what will happen after death, of course they will be full of fear, full of horror. But for Pure Land practitioners, because we know where we're going after death, and because you recite Amitofo, you believe in Amitofo, you vow to go to his Pure Land, so you will be relaxed. You will see Amitabha Buddha come to receive you, and of course your body will be extremely soft. Both your mind and the body will be soft and at ease. So even for my grandpa, a person who had never practiced the Dharma, who did not believe in the 3 jewels, and who even committed many evil deeds, but at the time of his death, he took the change of heart and believed in Amitabha Buddha, vowed to attain rebirth in his Pure Land and recite his name. He can still go to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. Remember, we talk about 9 grades of rebirth to the Pure Land. For those who attain rebirth in the lowest grade, they were all evil people who have committed many evil deeds in their life. But at the time of their death, if they took the change of heart, which means they repent, but they don't have to be like, oh, I repent, I say a lot of things. As long as they took the change of heart, they take belief in Amitabha Buddha, they vow to go to his Pure Land, they recited his name, they can still go to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. And my grandpa is a living proof of that. Like both my grandpa and my grandma, they never really practiced Buddhism in their life. My grandma was better than my grandpa, but still, both of them, they were like with minimal practice. But both of them all generated faith and vow at the time of their death, and also they were fortunate enough to have people who were there to guide their consciousness, to do the supported chanting for them. For people who have no practice and maybe little faith and vow, it is important at the time of their death if there are people there who can guide their consciousness. This will really help a lot. So they were very blessed to have that. This means that they also had very good karma from their past lives. So the karmic maturity, it got matured at the time of their death. So they have the good karma, causes and conditions, and blessings, and all this got matured at the time of their death, which allowed their rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. And after my grandpa's rebirth, for 49 days, I also cultivated many wholesome deeds to transfer merit to him, including releasing many animals like fish from my city, and also recited the Siddhagarbha Sutra, recited the name of Amitabha Buddha, all the sutra, mantra, and to transfer merit to my grandpa. I also went on the personal pilgrimage to Mount Kailash. So I dedicated all these wholesome deeds to him, and I hope he will attain rebirth and a higher grade of rebirth. So even for people who attain rebirth in the Pure Land, we can still keep transferring merit to him. In that way, they can maybe attain rebirth in a higher grade and can realize Buddhahood sooner. Okay, so I'm really overjoyed that both my grandparents can attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. So if you have relatives, friends that you know of, I do tell them about Amitabha Buddha, tell them to generate faith and vow to go to his Pure Land. Even if they might not believe now, but who knows, they might believe at the time of their death at the critical moments. So it's very important that we share the message, we deliver the message to as many beings as possible. Okay, if my grandparents can go to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land, of course you can. So there are no worries. Okay, so may all beings hear the name of Amitabha Buddha and attain rebirth in his land of ultimate bliss. Namo Amitabha Buddha, Namo Amituofo.